Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrible General Health System's Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda.
Yeah, most definitely. I've been out here 5 years, so it's just a little heat, but I look at it as a little extra motivation. It makes us tougher than all the other 31 teams because I don't feel like the heat is like this anywhere else.
What's the mindset of going into camp as an undrafted rookie? What goes through your head in these practices every day?
Just overall, tune in on the fine details. Tune in on getting better each and every day. That was something that when I first came in, DA and Coach Hodges really told the rookies, the biggest thing is to do your job and get better every day. You're going to mess up on things. It's your first time learning exactly the way the Saints do things. So it's not going to be perfect, but your ideology is to get better each and every day. And that's what I feel like my game plan is every day, to be better than I was the day before. And all together, that's helping the team. It's making the team better. A lot of times as a rookie, as a undrafted free agent, your mentality is, I got to make the team, I got to make the team. Overall, you're going out there and you're doing your best to make the team better. It's going to make the team better, and they're going to keep you around because you're doing what you can for the team. So my whole mindset has been, what can I do to make the team better, and ultimately that's going to make me better each and every day.
Last year with Tulane, I'm sure you knew every read, everything, you knew all the calls. Is your head like swimming right now? How is your head going here with this playbook?
Not going to lie, it was swimming and going all over the place rookie minicamp because I had not been in a helmet since January. I had not been, really installing defense since the last year. But after going through rookie minicamp, going through OTAs, everything's starting to slow down tremendously. And they're doing a great job of making sure that we're repeating the installs until everybody gets it down. And that's something that I really love because it gives the young guys a chance to really learn and catch up with the vets. And then also, playing with guys like Pete and DeMario and all the other linebackers, those are extra coaches. So, we're out on the field. Even today, Andrew Dow was out on the field, making sure that I knew everything that was going on, not even in the defensive world, but just the special teams world as well. So, that's just one of the things we got as culturally is just guys that are veterans really looking out for the rookies, making sure they understand what's going on. So it's been lovely.
How big of a role has Andrew Dowell played for you so far coming in and making that adjustment, that leap to the NFL?
Overall, not only just Andrew, but DeMarco Jackson, Nephi, Pete, Ty, the other linebackers, they not looking at us as competition. They looking at us as brothers. They want us to be great because we're going to push them to be even greater. So there's that culture on that linebacker room, the culture on this team. Nobody's really looking at anybody as, I got to beat the next man out. We're all focused on beating the other 31 teams, and that's making everybody better. And so that's one of the things that I really admire about everybody is everybody, being that big brother to the younger guys and pushing us to be better.
Is it nice to come in and have somebody that's kind of like a peer in Anthony?
Oh, yeah. Anthony is my brother, man. I'm not going to lie. And it's good to have because that was one of the things I had at Tulane coming in with Dorian. I had somebody that, was going through the same thing that I was going through in the same situation. And me and Dorian grew to be great players coming at Tulane. And so me and Anthony got that same mindset. We're not looking at each other, I got to beat this person out, I got to beat this person out. Even in the offseason, we were calling each other. When we got back early, we was in the meeting room with each other, quizzing. So we're on the board. I'm like, Anthony, what do you got on this? What do you got on that? And then we go for about 30 minutes and we flip. He's like, Nick, what do you got on this? What do you got on that? And then ask crazy questions just to see, that we got it all stuck down. So we definitely do that job of, being each other's keeper, especially us being the only two rookies, just making sure that each other are fine-tuned on everything. And it's been good to just be with him. He's a great person, great player.
You play a lot of special teams in Tulane, 700 and what's the number?
I think 786 snaps.
Okay. How much are you getting to do that here? And what's kind of been the biggest adjustment from special teams in college to special teams?
Overall, the rules have been very different. The rules on the NFL side is very different than the NCAA, but that's just one of the things I just commend the coaches because we spent all last week with Coach Rizzi just going over rules, going over, the differences between the NFL and the NCAA, and that's one of the things that they fine-tune. On this level, it's a whole lot more mental and physical, so just knowing, you can't release until the ball is kicked on punt, and knowing on kickoff, you got to line up on the 34-yard line. It can't go into the ball is kicked, and just the small details that win or lose games. But overall, it's been good to, just watch stuff that Coach Fritz implemented on special teams, transfer over and, play that role, kind of the similar techniques and also just, you know, special teams is something I just look forward to. You know, I'm a special teams player, but I'm a linebacker that can play special teams, and that's something that I just take pride in, just being on kickoff, being on punt, being on punt block, and just helping the team win. You know, if that role is on special teams, then I don't mind doing it, whatever we got to do to win.
Has Andrew Dowell talked to you a lot about special teams? I mean,
Yeah.
obviously that's he kind of made his mark on.
Yeah, he even coached me up because last week I was having a little trouble with the wing position. Overall, just trying to set my feet. And so I talked to him after practice. We watched some extra film on it, and he coached me up, and I got it corrected. And then they moved me to the tackle position. And even today, you know, Carl Granderson, you know, he's one of the guys that's been a beast on special teams and playing defensive end. So, you know, I was after a practice period when he was doing punt, I was over there asking him, and he did a great job of explaining the tackle position because, you know, being a guy like myself, I want to be able to play wing, tackle guard, personal protector, anywhere I can on special teams. And just talking to the older guys, and a lot of the guys are undrafted rookies that can, you know where I've been. They, you know, lend their helping hand and help me, you know the ropes when it comes to special teams.
On the linebacker side, when your reps are limited, how are you able to just not only stay focused, but try to make an impression when you're not getting that many reps?
Just overall, you should be getting a rep each and every play. Because if you're not getting a rep physically, you should be watching the guys in front of you and getting a mental rep. And that's one thing I'll make sure I do in each and every play. Make sure that, you know, if I'm not in, I'm taking my steps, counting my reads, setting my strengths, and going through, if I was in, what I would be doing on that play. And when I get in, I just make sure that I'm 100%, you know, just 100% to the ball, 100% of my alignment and assignment. And, you know, you're going to make mistakes, but as long as you're making your mistakes full speed, you know, like Coach Hodges say, violence and speed would make up for those mistakes. And this is one of the things I've been, you know, really dialed into my game. Not really worried about, you know, messing up, but just flying to the ball and just being that person that's all the way around the ball and playing linebacker the way I know how to play it.
How was it for you the other day when Coach Fritz came to practice and watched you?
Man, just to see the smile on his face, to know that, you know, I'm in a position where I'm making everybody proud, from Tulane, from Vicksburg, Mississippi, being at, you know, at another place in the city, you know, to where I can continue to impact the people around me, impact the community. It's been a blessing.